Kana yam ton lumbu kwa kankan. We can't hear anything, no.
Yes, we are with you guys. We are waiting for others to join so we can start. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. By 9:05 we'll start. Good evening, Ajibola. Good evening. We are with you guys. Good evening. Yeah, Mr. Binna, good evening. Good evening to you. You are highly welcome, Mr. Binna. Can see your message. Can see your chat. You're welcome. Okay, we'll soon be starting. Mr. Joseph Biama, glad to have you in the room. You're welcome, sir. Mr. Michael Offrey, you're welcome. Glad to have you guys in the room. Samuel Akaso, good evening. Good evening, Madam Pearl. Good evening. Okay, good. We have some numbers so we can start. Others will join us. Good evening once again. We'll be starting right away. Please try to endeavor to mute your mics while you're joining, so we can have a very good communication. Okay, without being interrupted by our background noise. Please mute your mics. As we all know, this is UTB Academy in partnership with FS Space Brokers. Okay, that this is one of our services we offer to our clients to make sure those that trade with FS Space take something home weekly, monthly, based on what we are offering. So we always advise that you adhere to our weekly analysis. We might come out here and analyze so many pairs. Doesn't mean you should trade everything. Doesn't mean if you should trade everything. If you have $20 in your trading account, you can take up one trade among other pairs. If you have $50, you can take up one trade among other pairs. If you have $50 and you make $10 within the week, you've made money. And you can possibly withdraw $10. $10 is close to 4,000. Yeah. So you can withdraw your $10. So if you have $50, you have $20. Even if you have $100, you make $10 within the week. You've made money. You can either withdraw or leave it. So please don't, because we go on weekly analysis, we give you pairs, you just go ahead and use one standard lot with a very small account size. You are going to blow it off. Please trade according to the value of money you have in your trading account. I'm trying to use this to wait. Once it's 9:10, we'll start. Okay, so please trade according to the value of the money you have in your trading account. Trading is a skill. Trading is don't need to hit yourself on the wall if you miss a particular trade. Just know that market will always come back for us. There are 1 million opportunities in the market. So please, let's trade with caution so that we can make something out of what we are teaching you. All right. It's weekly analysis. Like I always make this announcement every day. Weekly analysis means it can play out any time of the week. You can do a weekly analysis here. It will start playing out on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. Any time of the week, it can happen. So all we just advise is If we have given out some pairs, you watch. I believe 90% of everyone connected to this room already understands price language, already understands the chart. If we analyze based on our time frame of trading, maybe higher time frame, daily, weekly, H4, you have to switch down to lower time frame like H1, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. If we say you should buy on maybe so price, if you switch down on lower time frame, you must, based on price language, you must see a reversal pattern at those zones we are talking about for a buy. If you are given a price level for a buy, if you switch to lower time frame, even if it's 5 minutes or 15 minutes or 30 minutes or 1 hour, depending, you must see a reversal pattern that will tell you that this is a buy zone. If you don't see those things, you don't have any reason buying those markets. I always tell you, before market reverses, it must create a pattern. I remembered last week when I gave JPY for a sell, NZD JPY. I think, okay, something happened on it, moved so high on Monday before it started selling. Now after Monday, Tuesday, I think someone called me, Mr. He's here, he should be here. He called me, said, isn't it, will this JPY continue selling, based on what has happened? I'm not even where I was not looking at my chart. I don't even know what was happening. But I just knew that it have sold off some pips. I just told him, well, it's going to go back up and create a head and shoulder. That was NZD JPY. I was not looking at my chart, but I just knew that after that sell-off, it was going to go back up. And it did exactly. I said, just you look for a head and shoulder. Yes, it was up now. A head and shoulder pattern to continue the sell. If you don't get it, then forget about it. And it did exactly. After that sell-off, it went back up and created a head and shoulder. So before prices reverse, they use patterns to create to give you reversal patterns, or they give you divergences using indicators like RSI or what's it called, MACD, to give you divergence. Before it must show you in the chart that I'm about to go up or I'm about to come down. So these are what we've been teaching you. So for weekly analysis, we are just here to spot out possible opportunities. Then you look for those patterns to engage the market. Okay, so I'll be starting now. For the week, I have for the JPYs. For the JPYs, I'm not seeing JPY continuing the buy. I think JPY will go back to where it's coming from. For the JPYs, I am seeing JPY going back to where it's coming from. So that means both NZD JPY, CAD JPY, what's it called? Euro JPY. I'm not sure of this. CAD JPY, AUD JPY, very important. AUD JPY, this is it. NZD JPY, I see them going up. I see them taking up this high. They dropped from. This AUD JPY, I see this going up. They're all uptrending market. They're all uptrending market. They will give us another bull run.
Please, I can't hear what you are saying. Please help me. Can you unmute me?
You don't need to unmute. All I need you to hear, I need you to hear me for now. Please. When you want to ask any question, you can unmute yourself and ask question. But for now, just all you need to do is hear me or hear anybody that is speaking. Please, thank you. Okay, so like I was saying, this AUD JPY, this is CAD JPY, this is NZD JPY, USD JPY. I see them giving up another bull run. I see them going up again before it will sell. The sale might not even happen this week anymore, because I see JPY going back low. I see JPY, where is, okay, US JPY is up. CAD JPY, it will continue. Well, you might not need to buy it based on where they are, but if you get any entry for a buy, maybe using your moving, they're already up actually, maybe using your moving average on H1, can re-enter it for a buy. But I see them going up again. I see them going up again for a buy. All the JPYs, almost all the JPYs, JPY, AUD JPY, CAD JPY, USD JPY. So I see them going up again. That's for the JPYs. That's for the JPYs. Then AUD USD. This AUD USD, please. I know it's on a sell zone, please, but for me, I feel AUD USD will still continue up. AUD is strong. This AUD USD, this is H4. This is daily. You can see these multiple touches on daily. Already is on a sell zone, but please, for me, I don't see it selling, except I know AUD has they have monetary policy. That is on Tuesday. That is on Tuesday. And if they happen to hike rates, I think that's what will move this market. And please, if you see it break this level, if you see AUD USD break this level, please buy it. If you see AUD USD between now, maybe after the monetary policy on Tuesday, yes, it will cause some volatility in the market. It will actually, it might do some up and down move, definitely. But once it breaks on daily time frame, once it breaks, this is 10. This is 0, yes, 0.7550. Okay. Once AUD USD on daily time frame breaks this level and closes above this level, please buy. Please buy. It will get to where I see AUD USD reacting for a sell is 0.7. Let's check my note. 0.75. 0.75. Please mute your mics. 0.7. There is an order block there. Mute your mic. 0.7500.
Please, isn't repeat this one? I just I was cut out by network.
Yes, I'm still on it. I'm coming. Okay, 0.7. I'm coming. 7,700. 7,700. Okay, so that is where I see AUD USD reacting for a sell. So I said, if AUD has interest rate, monetary policy on Tuesday morning, so you can continue ranging around here definitely before that Tuesday morning. But then if it closes here, above here, maybe after Tuesday candle, that's daily candle, AUD USD closes above this 0.7400, please buy it to this order block. Buy it to 0.7700. That's where I see AUD USD selling from, at least reacting, giving us the first reaction for itself, this order block. So please, I am not selling AUD USD for now, even though it's on a high, daily high. I am not selling it. This is not a sell for me. So my analysis is after a close of above 0.7500, 0.75400, we'll buy it to 0.7700. That's for AUD USD. And let me still repeat what I said on JPYs. I said JPYs, I see them going up again. SZD JPY, USD JPY, AUD JPY. I see them going up. If you're interested, you can look for one of them. Don't buy all of them, please. If you get into for one of them, just buy one of them. I see them going up again because I see JPY coming down further. That's for JPYs. So this AUD JPY. Then for the GBPs, I have GBP AUD.
Excuse me, please.
Yes.
For AUD USD, so buy daily time frame, buy from 0.7400.
I said after if he closes above 0.75400, that's 0.7540. 0.7540. The other one is prepared. So if he closes above that price, buy it to 0.7700. But that should happen by Tuesday because there is already an interest rate. I don't know if it will come down before that buy or it will just take out this level. That I don't know, but I see it going up further.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, for GBP AUD. The GBPs, yes, they are preparing for a buy. Can spot a range though. Yes, we know it's on a range. I used the AUD US is on a range. That's why I told you it's already on a sell zone based on daily time frame. It's already on a range, that we know, but I see it taking out that range. That's why I said if he breaks that range, if he goes above that 0.7540, buy. That means it has taken and closes above it using your daily candle. If he leaves weak, it's a different thing. If he closes above it, buy. Yes, Victor, don't worry, we'll come for question. Let me just finish my analysis so that others can come for the analysis, please. For GBP AUD, please, I still see it going further down. This GBP AUD, this okay, this is daily time frame, where I see a support for GBP AUD is around 0. Check my list. 1.7 thousand. Let me use weekly time. 1.7 thousand. Okay, I already have it here. So it might just push up a little AUD USD, but it's going to sell. It's going to touch this 1.7 thousand. It might touch you with a week. All these things might happen within Tuesday, Wednesday. It might touch it with a week, but I am going to buy GBP. I'm not buying even no matter what happens within this range. I'm not buying a GBP until it comes to that 1.7 thousand. So this will be my entry point for GBP AUD, and by then you'll be expecting a divergence, maybe with your RSI or MACD, whatever it is. By then, expect a divergence on daily time frame. On daily time frame. Within this low now that it has created and the new low it will create, I expect it to give us a divergence. I expect it to give us before the real buy will start. So this is for GBP AUD. So it might just push up a little, but it will still drop. If I see an entry for a sell, I'm going to sell it to that level, then wait for that buy. But I'm buying it at 1.7 thousand. GBP AUD 1.7 thousand. GBP Chef, my buy still holds at that 1.21 for GBP Chef. We already got entry on Friday. Might still come back to it and do another stop run then before it moves, but I don't see it selling further. I don't see it selling far, but it might range. The move might not just happen immediately. It might range within this zone, but it's already a buy. GBP Chef, GN, GBP NZD. GBP NZD. After this, Mr. George, who is in the room? Do you have any pair? He's in the room with me. Okay, let me continue until I get this. Okay, Ma, do you have any pair with you? Fun. Hello, Emma.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Do you have any pair?
I have, yes, I have a few pairs to look at.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay.
Just
No problem.
allow me. Wait, I can share screen. I was going to say allow me.
Okay,
Stop
let me
sharing.
finish. Let me finish up.
Okay, I'm not done. I thought you were done. Okay.
GBP
But it's-
NZD. GBP NZD. Okay, this is GBP NZD. Also, it will do similar thing with GBP AUD. It will go down a little. We are buying at 1.87. 1 point, it's almost there anyway. 1.87 GBP. Just a stop run on this low, then we'll buy. 1.87. $1.87,000. Okay. Okay, so it's almost there. There's another block here, so that's where I will buy in. So it's just a stop run on this low that we'll buy for GBPNZ. All this might happen within the week. So this for GBPNZ. Euro USD. Euro USD. So it's not one of my best pairs anyway, but let me just analyze it for people that like trading it. Euro USD. Would have said a buy around back to, because definitely it's coming back to 1.100. Euro USD is coming back to 1.100, which is here, where it moved from before. Might even go lower, 1.100. 1.100. Okay, okay, it's almost there. It's coming back to this level. I would have said a buy around this zone, but Euro, I would have loved to see COT. I think it will weaken further. I think Euro will weaken further, so it might possibly come back to this low before the buy will start. It might possibly come back to this low. Please, if you must buy Euro USD, buy it at 1.100. Once it's, in fact, don't use more than 30 pips. Because if it takes out this other week, this week here, it's coming back to this other low before the move. Maybe they are hoping they increase interest rate because they've been complaining. I think inflation is highly hitting them hard. So I feel they will increase interest rate anytime from now. So that might possibly be what will move Euro to the upside. But for now, definitely it's going to touch 1.100. If it takes out this week, it's coming back to this initial low before maybe a range, then a buy. That's for Euro USD. That's for Euro USD. The USD card we gave last week for a buy around 1.24, 1.2450. That's for USD card. Please don't buy USD card until it comes back to this level. If you buy it here, use it as your stop loss. Please, our buy entry for USD card is 1.2450. Please don't pursue price. Anything it wants to do, let it do. But if it comes back to this level, that's where we have inverse head and shoulder, both on H4 and H1. It has already given us inverse head and shoulder based on both on H4 and H1. That's around this price, 1.2450. Then just use here as the stop loss. It's not more than 30 pips. And if he takes it as my buyer still holds, if he takes at this level and closes, and any candle closes below this price, please sell it back to this level. That's 1.23 thousand, which is around here. Is it 1.23 or 1.22? 1.22 thousand. It's 1.23, sorry. 1.23 thousand. 1.23 thousand. Yes. So if USD card, if you must buy USD card, is around 1.2450, which is here. Around here, we have inverse head and shoulder on H4. You can see it here. So this is our entry price. We also do that, and we still have it on H1. We still have it, which is here, inverse head and shoulder. But please, this is our stop loss is not more than 30 pips. Our stop loss is not more than 30 pips. And if he closes below, you can see it's around 23, but let's make it 30 or 35. If any candle on daily happens to close below this level, please sell it to 1.23 thousand. That will be our buy. That will be where we'll be buying from. But if you must buy based on this move, buy it around 1.2450. That's for USD card. If any candle closes below, sell it back to 1. Please put your stop loss 1.23 thousand, because it's going to get to that level. That is if it closes below this support. So these are my pairs. Let me give them for Mr. Emmanuel so that he can show us what he has. If you have any question, you can ask before Emmanuel.
Isn't it, please take this last one again.
USD card. We are
Yes.
buying within the week 1.2450, 1.2450. That's our entry point. Stop loss, no more than 30 pips. Stop loss, no more than 30 pips. Around this region, we have inverse head and shoulder on H4, H1. Yes. So, but then not more than 30 pips stop loss. But on daily time frame, any candle that closes below this support, please sell it. Just sell it to 1.23 thousand within the
1.23 thousand.
Yes, which is here. Back to this support. That's close to, let me say, that should be around 150 pips from this support. That's only if on daily candle closes below this support. What else? Me, I am going to buy USD card within this week. But I'm buying at 1.2450 here, and my stop loss is here. Thank you. Any other question?
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Can
hear
you
you.
go back to USD?
Which one?
Recorder. What is it?
AUD USD. Okay, this is AUD USD. This is AUD USD.
Okay, at what point did you say we should buy?
Yes, I said if it closes above 0.75. Yes. And they have rate within the week, so watch it. They have
so I want to ask where increase our stop loss after buying after if it goes up the range.
Yes, within this is already a range. This is already a range. If this happens, you can use the last day candle, the previous day candle before the day that it closes above for your stop loss. Let's say maybe by Monday or Tuesday, it happens to close above. You can just use this week as your stop loss. The last day, the previous day candle before the day closes above as a stop loss. Yeah. Your voice is breaking. I can't hear you. Okay, Ma, please go ahead. Share your screen, please. Just keep your question. You can use the chat box for your questions. I will attend to them.
It's necessary.
Emma,
Just give me a second. I'm having a bit of technical issue. Just give me 2-3 minutes.
okay, no problem.
Okay, so let me just have one or two fundamental words to share with the participants. Can I?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
So
Go
my
ahead,
own is
sir.
not going to involve it. Just give you a heads up on what is already happening. So if you are a trader, you're supposed to understand the difference between the commodity currencies and financial currencies, what they are doing in this time. So I will not tell you what to do, but if you understand the difference between two of them, you know where to put your money. Like Ezinne have said, concerning OXY USD, if by Tuesday there is rate hike and is hawkish, that means that OXY USD will take off that resistance and head towards to the upside. But if there is increase in rate and it's not hawkish, that means OXY USD will sell off heavily. But if you have been following the COT's release on Sundays on this platform, you begin to understand that traders have been longing NZD and OXY. So do your calculation and know what your position will be. Then lastly, if you look at crude oil, there have been a lot of high and lower high are coming into play on the chart. But do not forget that United States of America have released 1 million barrels of their reserve of oil to cushion the effect of oil hike. So that effect started playing last week from Thursday. So you might see more of it this week. So you can make do of that information. Okay, I know Ukraine or Russia invasion is still ongoing, and today makes it day 39. So the war is still up there. So things are still how it is. So you know where to put your money when it comes to commodities. So from this basic or fundamental knowledge of trading, you can make a good decision on what to trade this week. Finally, I will strongly advise you to follow politicians. You can see what's happening in Europe, Hungary, the previous or the former or the recent outgoing president won that election 61%. That is to tell you, France, Macron has high probability to also come back in next month to win France election. People are now voting back those guys. Why? Because of their support to Ukraine, psychology. So they are using that opportunity now to work on people. So you know what's up with Euro. Like Ezinne said, Euro is back on inflection. They are back to inflection stage in 1993. You can understand how they are surviving. Price of gas are on the high side. The price of cooking gas is on the high side. So it's difficult for economy of Euro to blossom. So it's difficult for You know what I'm talking about. If you are a trader, so you take advantage of what Ezine have said on euro. Just look at all the euro cross. Anyone euro is pairing with that have good strength to take a shot out of euro, because magic is not going to happen tomorrow or this week. It's going to take time before things begin to develop. And euro is, because of Germany, euro is not enthusiastic to hike rate. So it becomes a problem for the European Central Bank. European Central Bank to hike rate. So Lagarde will keep on dragging her leg. Don't be surprised. Next month, she might not increase rate. But I want you to understand that Powell is ready to go to 50 beer, adding more or hiking the more this month. But I know it has been pricing so much in Dow Jones. But Dow Jones, Nasdaq have already started pricing in the 50 just 50 DL or BL, which one? Okay, so that's an idea for you to understand where we are. Finally, for those who are trading shares on our platform, it's also opportunity for you to look at some shares of maybe any shares that got to do with military or that got to do with high technology. Those shares has high probability of appreciating. So if you look at the platform, you will see some high-tech shares that you can afford buying. I did not say you should go and buy Apple. No, there are other shares there that are cheap for you to take advantage of what is happening in technology, mostly high technologies. Okay, so that's my own contribution. If you have any question to ask me, isn't there, please give like 2 or 3 minutes for them to ask their question before Emma will take over his class.
Okay,
Okay.
I have a question, sir.
Yes, go
Yes.
ahead.
You said we should take advantage of euro because their economy is at the downside. So I want to ask, since it's at the downside, is it to buy or to sell? Which one will give more profit?
When you, Victor, is sick, would anybody like to put his money on a sick or person?
No.
No.
Why are you asking me that kind of question where you know is the answer? Eh? You buy, you believe that the currency is strong. You sell, you believe that the currency is weak. So when the
Okay.
economy of a nation is weak, what do? If you have not
Yes.
passed through the academy, please tell Ezine so that you enroll. Eh?
I understand. So sell when the economy.
Okay. Any other question, please? Any other question? I want us to take advantage of what is happening, mostly the political world, because if you are following, you will understand that is the political words are what is ruling the market. Lest I forget, China is still on lockdown, despite its citizens are now making a noise, telling governments they want to go out, they want to find food for their life. But China is seriously on lockdown. That also affects crude oil. So you can take advantage of that. So the moment you hear that China lockdown is over, China is the #1 oil purchaser. I hope you know. Yes. Any other question? Thank you very much, Emma. Please, you can take over your class. Thank you. That's my
All right, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
sir.
sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, without further ado, I'll just use this opportunity to share my screen. Give me a second. Yes. Can you hear me now? Anyways,
Yes, we
this
can hear
is
you. Yes, yes.
Yes.
my boss just spoke about the euro area, the eurozone being in economic trouble due to the high inflation and the cost of gas being really expensive. So I'll quickly look at euro GBP. Now, for a long while, GBP has been selling off. So we have been anticipating a general buyback in GBP. Now, if you check other GBP pairs like GA, as isn't it checked earlier, or GBP NZD, they or GBP they have not yet moved. They are in areas where they are likely to start moving, but they have not yet moved. However, pairs like Euro GBP has made their first move. So now with this is the Euro GBP candlestick chart, and looking at this chart, you'll see that you see this engulfing, this huge bearish candlestick that has come to do an engulfing. And it has come back to retest a previous zone. If I extend it so you can see. Now, for Euro GBP, for now, I'm not interested in buying, what is it called? Euro. And I know that the GBP will soon pick up. So I'll just be waiting for an opportunity to join this sell. Maybe the market might bounce up from here and climb back a little bit, but I'll go to a lower time frame and look for opportunities to join Euro GBP sell. Now, with that said, let's also look at Agent had already covered USD card, and I'm already long on USD card, and my stop loss is below where she told you to keep your stop loss, but a close below that low. A close below that low will automatically invalidate it for me. This is the USD card entry. I've tested the water with it, and my stop loss is below. A firm close below this candlestick low will invalidate my idea, and I'll change my bias for itself. But for now, because of this previous weekly support for multiple weeks, this level has acted as support or resistance. Here, it acted as resistance before the market broke through it. Here, it acted as support. And even if we go back into the past, we see it acting as support and resistance. However, the AUD index, as my boss rightly put it, is at a resistance. But if their what is it called interest rate comes out hawkish, and it comes out with a rate hike, and their bank statement is hawkish, as he put it, it will take out this high and search for a new high. But otherwise, it will pull back. It will sell off. And because my boss will always say, magic doesn't happen overnight. The current economic backdrop, the economic theme will not change overnight. So even if they are not hawkish and there's a sell-off, that sell-off will be temporal because the sell-off will not invalidate this current uptrend that has started to build. So the sell-off will probably come and make a higher low and continue back up. That's what I anticipate the market will do. And I would also look at this is gold. Now, gold on H4 was forming a rising wedge. And for some reason, I anticipate that gold will continue this sell off if it takes out this support level of 1917 or 1918, actually. If it takes out that support level, because that level was a very stubborn resistance before and has been acting as a strong zone. So if the market can take it out and close below it, I believe that the market will come back and test 1900, 1900. So that's my bias for gold. I'm not going to really look into all of those commodities and things that will blow your account. So let's, sorry, pardon me. I have one more pair to cover. Give me a second. GBP pairs. I have GBP card. Now, GBP card on a daily time frame has not reached where I want it to get to. What I believe will happen in GBP card is that the market will come back and retest this zone. Control F. The zone of 162,500. This blue zone. I'll go to the daily and show you. The market will come and test this zone. This zone happens to be the bottom side of my pitchfork, not the maiden line, the second parallel of my pitchfork. Now, if the market comes here to test this low, H4 will give a clear bullish divergence, not a hidden one, a regular bullish divergence. If the market comes back to test this low, when the market comes to do that, that will not give us a clean indication that yes, there's a move downwards, but momentum is not with that move downwards. So the move downwards just went down, and market participants will be looking for opportunity to buy. If you are a trader and if you've gone through the academy, we've taught you about chart patterns and indicators. Now, every indicator or almost every indicator is based off a moving average. And because they are based off moving averages, most indicators are lagging. They only move after price has moved. But a divergence is the only leading indicator. It tells you what is about to happen in the market. It's telling you that there is a disagreement between the price and the market participants' view of that price. That's what a divergence tells you. So if you have a divergence in GBP card, we'll be looking to buy for now, because maybe as USD card, we'll be making that buy. It might weaken the Canadian dollar for a while. So GBP card might take advantage of that. Those who are willing to trade GBP card will take advantage of that. And what else? BTC. Now, Bitcoin was sitting under the 200 moving average after breaking above the range that it has been ranging throughout the first quarter. Because from the beginning of January, yes, roughly, the market had been ranging from 35,000 to 45,000. Then, sometime last week, the market broke above it convincingly and closed above it. Now, however, it went above to, and it was being pressed by the 200 moving average on daily. But now it has come back to retest that zone. It has broken, it has bounced off it. So I think there's every likelihood that BTC might make a higher high this coming week. So we'll be looking at opportunities for that in a smaller time frame. And with that said, the only thing we'll consider about CAD is the fact that their own employment numbers will be coming out on Friday. So that'll be something to watch for. And another place, isn't it also mentioned JPY? Now, let's quickly look at JPY Index, just quickly. JPY Index has been selling off and it has done a small pullback to this hidden zone. I'm pretty sure if you've been in my classes, you'll be able to spot this hidden zone, this small bullish candlestick among this long list of red candlesticks that's come back to this previous zone and it has tested and it's going back down. So my view is the same thing with, isn't it, that yes, the JPYs might sell off a bit, but however, in the smaller time frame, it might sell off and make a double bottom first before it starts to buy. Now, with that said, an interesting place to look for opportunities will be in GBP card. That'll be an interesting place to look for opportunity. So if there is a sell-off, this is H4. I don't I like trading higher time frames. I was using it for my analysis. However, with GBP card, I will not deny GBP card looks as if it has formed a head and shoulder pattern. So we have to be very cautious about that in the H4 time frame. So maybe like a sell-off or a slight buyback to create a higher shoulder before the sell-off. But I know that if that GBP index makes a double bottom, that the GBP pairs will start to buy from. Sorry, if the JPY index makes a double bottom, then the JPY pairs will start to buy from there, at least for a short while. Then AED, no, I'm going to leave AED card for now. AED card for me doesn't have a direction. The market, there are better places to look for opportunity in the market. Then lastly, I'll go back to Euro AUD. Euro AUD was my favorite pair for last week because we were sure of what was going to happen and the market played out the way we felt it was going to play out. Now, this market has hit here. It has come back to retest this zone. Oh, sorry, there's a lot of. Sometimes when you finish doing analysis, it's good to be deleting. It's good to be deleting trend lines that you no longer need. Okay, so what are we? GBP Euro AUD came here and refused to close below this low and bounce back up, but it bounced back up to retest here. Now, my view on this pair is it can continue selling and make a lower low. However, if for whatever reason it buys above this zone, the next place we'll be looking to sell it will be at 15200. But for me, my bias on Euro AUD for now is a sell because the economic backdrop will not change overnight. So even if there is a buy, take that buy as a pullback. The dominant trend right now in Euro AUD is a sell market. So as we have taught you before in your previous classes, the trend is your friend. Do not fight against the trend. So with that, will be the last pair I have for my analysis. Is there any question? Hello.
Any question?
Hello.
What
Yeah.
about gold? This person
I have a
asked of
question.
gold. I hope you have up to 500.
Hello,
I
sir.
did a quick analysis for gold. But please, what is your question? Mr. Daniel, go on. What's your question? For the person that asked about gold, I said that I'm currently selling gold because I saw what looked like a rising wedge on gold. Now, if, however, gold closes below 1918, a confirmed close below 1918, gold will be coming back to test 1900, 1900. Now, if there's a close below that, I'll add to my position. Otherwise, I'll leave that position to run. But until gold takes out that place, it has to come back and retest 1900. And on Friday, the NFP numbers, the headline figure was not great. I will not lie. It was a little lower than expected, the headline figure. However, the unemployment rate dropped again. So the US Fed has two basic mandates. They have three, but right now they're looking at economic stability. That is looking at things like inflation and whatnot. Then they're also looking at jobs. And they say that the only time they are going to really tackle inflation is if they get the jobs to where they feel comfortable. And you've seen that by last March, during their FOMC, they actually increased rates. So they feel that they have gotten the jobs to where they want it. So now they can start increasing their rates. With that said, that whole thing can strengthen the dollar. But my problem with the Fed is that before they increase rates or they say they are going to increase rates, they start announcing it from far, like Nigerian police that starts to sound siren before they come. So before they get to that point, market participants will have usually priced it in and when the news comes, it's no longer as effective as you will imagine it to be. That's another thing. So for the person that asked about gold, I'll repeat again. A close below 1918. A close below 1918 will open the road for 1900. So my bias of gold for now is still a sell. But if it doesn't close below 1918 and breaks back above its moving average, it has invalidated my idea and I'll be looking to join the predominant trend. But right now, for me, gold is actually just ranging. So it will be chasing back to 1918. That'll be the bottom of the range. All right. Thank you very much. Who else has a question?
I have a question. Sorry.
Hello,
Go
sir.
ahead.
I have a question.
That's two people. Go ahead.
Please, can you go back to Bitcoin?
I'm waiting. Go ahead.
Hello, sir. My name is Prince Maswell.
All right, Mr. Prince.
Please, sir, could you just look at card JPY?
Card JPY. I should have
Yes, sir.
this. Card JPY. This is card JPY. I don't like it. I think card JPY is going to go up to the upside to make a double top if it's going to fall. If it's going to fall. Card JPY has to go back to, it's looking like it's going back to the upside.
Okay.
Because as you're looking at my chart, this is the daily time frame. We've seen that the market, I assume that this market here should be about 38.2 of this Fibonacci swing, or maybe 23.6. It depends on what you're using to pick your swings. If you pick our swing from here, below 23.6, but within 38.2 range.
Just look at the time frame structure. Sorry, 1 hour time frame.
Yes.
1 hour time frame.
When you're doing your analysis, personally, I'd have loved to start from monthly self, but I already know what the monthly look like. So you do from a higher time frame and work your way back down.
Yes, sir.
Now weekly, I don't think my chart is loading. Weekly looked like it had a long week. So I think the market might still buy it back, might still eat its week. So but on daily, the market is looking like it's going to continue this buy up because the last day ended with an engulfing.
Okay, sir.
Now, if you now bring it back to the smaller time frame, this is H4. You see that the market just bounced off the 50 MA and is looking to continue its way back up. Now, as I've put it, for me, I would usually ignore a market until it gets to a zone where I am comfortable trading it. And right now, card JPY is not in the zone I am comfortable trading. It's literally in the middle of nowhere. In your H1 time frame, you can see it's sitting on 50 MA. So you can bounce on this 50 MA and buy back up.
Okay.
So are you currently holding a position in card JPY?
Yes, I'm holding a buy.
Well, okay.
Because I think
From
it
what
broke
price?
a pennant. The price I entered is around. Let me check it. I entered around 9800.
98,000, 98, 98,
98.00.
98.
You entered quite high.
Sir,
I say you entered quite high.
look at the high price.
Yes, no. As a rule of thumb, you buy low and you sell high, and 9800 horizontal objective parameters. Okay, no. You are at the fair price. That's where the market currently is right now, sir.
Yeah. Because it broke out from a kind of a falling wedge, and it's also forming a rising rising, like call it rising wage again. So that's
You know,
what gives me.
a rising wage is a bearish formation, bro.
Yeah, although it just tested the lower trend line, and it gave a doji and a bullish candle, came and retested it, and is also rising from there. So that's what
Yes,
made me take the buy.
I'm seeing what you're saying. It's a good reason to take a buy. I won't lie.
More
It's a fair.
visible ahead, yes. You see, I'm on 1 hour
This is
time.
what you said. Now, but that's why I like doing my analysis in the larger time frame. In the larger time frame, I agree that the market might continue buying back to this high step to 99 because I feel that JPY index is going to
The
continue
network is
falling.
breaking.
Can you hear me? Can
I
you
can
hear
hear
me
you
now?
now, sir.
Okay. So
Yes, sir.
I feel that on the higher time frame, it will probably continue buying to create a double top because
Okay,
the JPY index is looking as if it wants to go and create a double bottom first before it starts buying. So we'll be
okay,
looking at something like that.
okay, sir.
All right. Does any other person have a question? Because the market has opened, all these things are moving. I think candlestick is then moving. I want advise you to enter the market now because of the spread will be quite high, but the market has opened. Does any other person have a question?
Okay, sir.
Any other question before we bring the meeting to a close?
Okay, while we
Emma,
wait for other questions, please. Some of you are asking for how you can enroll in our academy. My number is in the chat. You can chat us up. If you are here, you are yet to fund your account with FS Space, please call us on the number on my chat. That is the only thing.
Emma,
Yes,
Pay
sir.
back. We're not charging you for these classes, so please make sure you fund your account with FS Space and trade with FS Space, and may also make your profit. We also give you these tools to make profit, so please fund your account with FS Space. If you want to enroll for extra classes, we are all available for extra classes. Thank you. Yes, sir, George, you can go ahead. Let me drop my number.
yeah, Emma.
Yes, sir.
Now, please, I don't have access to my laptop, and I'm actually having network issue. But one bias I have for trading is Euro JPY. Please, can you project it? I have a network issue, but just project it for me. Euro JPY.
This is Euro JPY.
Yes, please go to monthly time frame.
This is monthly time frame, sir.
Okay, if you look at monthly time frame and your RSI, that's RSI.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the monthly time frame and the RSI is creating a divergence for me. Monthly time frame is creating a divergence. Where the market is now, before that candlestick that left week is the weekly high. Actually, it's actually a yearly high that the market has gotten to, and the market is retracing. So my bias for Euro JPY is a sell for this week we're entering. Euro JPY is a sell. Yes, the overall trend is a bullish trend, is a buy. But this week we're entering. Go to weekly. Let me see. Go to weekly. Let me show something.
This is weekly.
Yeah, weekly close as a shooting star or an inverted hammer. A shooting star at that resistance. So what I am looking at is I'll be expecting a very short buy. If you have your trend line or your horizontal line, just put it on that week where you have the week now. Yeah, you might just put it on that week. Good. If you are watching price, if you're watching Euro JPY, this week we're entering, and Euro JPY did not take out this high, even if the market buys, it might be coming to do a double top at the resistance in a smaller time frame. If it comes to that high and it did not take out that high, say by Monday or Tuesday, please, if you see that it gets to that high, it did not take out the high, please engage that market for a sell. The market is coming back to the first high it created. It has created like a triple high. The first one, market is coming down to that place. So that's where I'm selling it to. Actually, if you don't know that price, yeah, Emma, the first high, you have triple high before the breakout.
The first high, no, the next one, next two, gold. That high, that is where price will be coming to. So there are two things. The market will buy a little, but if it does not take out that high, the high where it has left the week, then we know we are in a good sell. We are in a very good sell, and we're selling down to this low. If it takes out the low, then we'll continue our sell. But remember, the overall trend is a bullish trend, it's a buy market. But what we're doing is that we're taking advantage of that pullback. So it will be a good sell if it goes up a little and did not take out that high, then we're scaling down to that point where the cursor is now. That's all I have for now.
All right.
Okay, Mr. Victor, my number, you asked me to drop my number. Check the chat box. My number is there. Everyone that wants to contact FS Space for maybe training or account funding, my number is already on the chat. You can go ahead and chat us up. Thank you. Go ahead, sir.
All right. Does any other person have any question?
I have an observation.
I have okay.
Yeah, I have gone to the YouTube first place, but I realized that the videos, the voices are very, very low. Like you struggle to hear the voice of the presenter. I played a few videos, they were still having the same challenge. I don't know why.
I'm confused. What's your name, please?
My name is Prince Maxwell.
All right, Mr. Prince Maxwell. Text Ibzine and if you can screenshot the videos in question, because I assure you that the sound of our videos are very good quality. So maybe it's a one-off or considerable error. So please text Ibzine and maybe send a screenshot of the videos in question. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Things like this will help us make our page better for our clients. So I apologize. Ms. Pearl,
Good evening, please. Yeah.
Yes.
Can you go through card share for me, just briefly, please?
Card share.
Card
Madam,
share, yes.
Why do you like this kind of pairs?
Is there anything wrong with it, please?
Well, it's good for her since she's learning, so that one can slow and steady. That one will not put her on any kind of panic. Just be crawling.
Chat window.
Abby?
Yes, sir.
Okay, card chef. Let's see how last month closed. See, as in see market, can you imagine? Since how many years? Since 2015, market has been in the same range. Isn't Aisha will not come and be looking for this kind of market?
No, I mean, you know, I cannot.
Are you following me?
You know, I cannot.
We'll buy low, sell high. That's finished.
Okay. As the market is just seriously ranging.
This is monthly since 2015. Market has been within a specific range. Right now it's in the middle of that range. So we're looking at that. That is for monthly. Let's look at what it looks like in weekly. See what we can draw trend line and spot zones. Let's look at this. I don't know how people manage.
What is this not?
Okay, Miss Pearl, what are you doing in the market? Are you buying? Are you selling?
The market not anywhere.
As in, I'm looking for.
I can't understand the market. That's why I say you should help me analyze it.
Yeah, okay, that's what. So
because
what?
In a weekly time frame, I think I'm seeing, is it triple top here, double bottom. So ordinarily one will say it will say, but it's like it's tracing down.
Okay. I think that trend line is just okay for the market.
Yeah.
Let it just come back to that trend line. You can buy card chef. That's cardi. Let it just come back to that
trend. To this trend line, it creates an opportunity to buy.
They buy.
Yes.
Okay.
But as
Okay.
a rule of thumb, if you are ever patient enough and Kachef ever comes back to 0.7800, sell
Mm.
it. If it comes to 0.699, buy it. Life is simple.
But by this kind of market, God knows that we use one standard lot.
And you just stay there. That's finished. So,
It says 0.899.
okay, for the sale,
That's it. They say, is it when they get to the trend line now? I should
okay,
buy,
yes, we
Abi.
get to this trend line. Yes, feel free to buy.
Buy. Okay.
Yes.
And buy to what point?
Buy back to this top because until it takes out this high, the market
Okay,
is a
that
risk
high.
market. There's no much about it. You just be spiking up and down, spiking up and down. But there's no real magic about this market.
Okay.
God. Madam, leave this kind of market. The other things
Okay.
are really
All right, no problem. I leave it.
all right. Thank you very much. Does any other person have a question?
If she has like $50 or $20 in his account, it's good for her so that she will trade with rest of mind. It's not like you that have how much dollars you want to trade gold. Now you've analyzed gold for her to come and trade. Do you know how much she has?
But let me
Madam,
ask you a
trade
question.
your card for trade it in
Does
peace.
it mean that the catcher doesn't move at all?
You are seeing it yourself now. In monthly, since 2015, it has been in the same range. Doesn't move anywhere now. But it creates an
Okay.
easier market to make profits. I will not lie. Because if
Okay.
you know where you are going to buy and where you are going to sell, it makes it easier for you to make profit. So you know that if the market ever comes back to this high, you know what to do. You sell it, put your stop loss above. You can almost sell it aggressively. Sell it with one standard lot, 0.05, 0.5, whatever your risk appetite feels like, you know you can sell it with confidence. If it comes to this low again, you know you can buy it with confidence. But do you have the patience to sit down in the market? Because
That's
this
the
market
question.
does not move.
Okay.
This market is what you use and invest. You just put your and stay there.
Okay.
It looks like Bitcoin.
That's okay.
You know, it doesn't look like Bitcoin, please. Do not. Jesus is Lord.
Like early this year, if you take it early this year, this was similar structure Bitcoin had.
We're going to look at
But
this.
Bitcoin, even if it's 50 minutes move, you're on good profit.
You are in good profit.
So
The value.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
okay, so thank you. Emma, is there another thing, any other question, any other contribution?
When we're
Does
rounding up,
anyone in the room has any charts to share with us? If you want to contribute, there is room for each and every one of us. We are all traders, we are all learning, we are all improving. It's not for just instructors. We are all here is to just make us better as traders. We are building a community of traders where you as a person will have confidence in engaging the market. It's only what you analyze. It's only when you have gotten a good strategy, a working system that, I tell people, even if no matter what we analyze, if you don't have confidence in that pair, you panic when things are happening. You get, and that's why I always advise put your stop loss. Stop loss will help control those emotions, right? But even at that, we want to encourage you to have confidence in whatever you're trading. That confidence will help you stay in the market, will help you make profit, will help you know when to take your loss, will help you improve, which is the mission to help each and every one of us improve. So please prepare for next Sunday. I might be present, Emma might be present, Mr. Joshua might be present, our boss might be present, but we want each and every one of us to participate. Share your charts, share your views, your sentiments, your bias, so that you too can give me a pair to trade, and I will trade whatever you give me, as long as it's in line with my bias. So please, let's try to improve, So please, by next week, some of us will give us contribution to the chat. Thank you. It's already some minutes past an hour. The class is always 1 hour, 9 to 10, except some exceptional cases where we need to extend it a little. So thank you, everyone. Like I said, my number is in the chat box. If you need to contact us for anything, can chat me up. I can call it
Okay.
901615.
All right.
Easily. So thank you. You want to fund your account, we are available. If you want extra classes, we are available. If you want mentorship, we are available. Everything trading, we are available. UTB
I
is
wish
here to give you the best. Thank you.
I
Yeah,
wish
Mr.
I wish there would be a cent account. I would love a cent account.
Sent account for now.
I
No.
appreciate
Okay, okay. Let me just contribute for the guy asking for cent account. Hello.
Yes,
Hello,
sir.
sir.
Go ahead.
Okay, is it easier that is asking for cent account?
No, it's Maxwell.
Maxwell.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you want to fund how much?
Well, let me say $20.
$2.
Mm.
Okay. Are you trading or are you learning how to trade?
I am trading, but cent account gives me the impression of having a good equity. So that's why I want to. But I'm not a profitable trader yet.
Are you trading so that from it it's a career that you want to build?
Yes,
And
yes.
so the proceeds you get from the profit, use it to pay bills, right?
Not really for now. I have another business I do, but I want to be full-time into trading.
Okay. Let me not say what I want to say. No, we don't offer cent account. Let me kill it here.
Okay, sir.
Okay, brother. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Ezinne, please, you can close your class. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
Sir.
Have
Thank
a
you so much.
profitable week.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You too. Thank you, First Space team. Thank
We'll
you so
also
much.
try to support through our WhatsApp groups and what's it called, Telegram, for signals within the week. Like some of you
All right.
complained of our Telegram group. Yes, we had to pause some activities because we understood that the volatility in the market was actually much this period. And me personally, I don't like sending signal when I'm not like 60, 70, 80% sure of that signal. So, and you know how this geographical tension has really caused the market. What it has, it may be wrong for you to just send a signal before you know it. Russia will do one thing and the whole thing will tumble. He said, these people would have blown my account. So that was why we paused for some time. But soon we will come back to a normal activity. Okay. So, but then within the week, we also support with what we can.
So you don't. No,
So good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you.
Night. Have a nice week.